Welcome to Bobby King's Iraqi Dinar News, hosted by Bobby King from Iraq.
The chatter is really great right now. Iraq, have told us they plan to activate and distribute the lower denominations in the month of July.
We do expect some big announcements around the 19th of July. Stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me. Let's get started.
The recent developments in Iraq have sparked considerable excitement and anticipation, especially among those who closely follow the nation's economic and political landscape. The focus of much of this excitement is the potential revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, an event that has been the subject of speculation and hope for many years. Let's delve into the current chatter, examining the key points that have caught everyone's attention: the activation and distribution of lower denominations of the dinar, the anticipated big announcements around July 19th, the settlement of the Hydrocarbon Law, and the strategic discussions with the U.S. State Department and military.
The activation and distribution of lower denominations.
One of the most significant indicators of a potential revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is the planned activation and distribution of lower denominations. Historically, the value of a country's currency is often correlated with the denominations in circulation. Lower denominations typically indicate a stronger currency, as they suggest that the currency has sufficient value to necessitate smaller units for everyday transactions.
In Iraq, the current denominations of the dinar include notes ranging from 250 to 50,000 dinars.
The introduction of lower denominations, such as 1, 5, 10, 25, 50, and 100 dinar notes, would signal a significant shift. This move would suggest that the Central Bank of Iraq is preparing for a revaluation, aiming to align the dinar's value more closely with global standards and enhance its usability in everyday commerce. The decision to activate and distribute these lower denominations in July is particularly noteworthy. It suggests a coordinated effort by the CBI and the Iraqi government to stabilize the currency and boost confidence among investors and the Iraqi populace. By making lower denominations available, Iraq would be taking a significant step towards normalizing its economy and moving away from the hyperinflated currency values that have plagued the nation for years.
Anticipated big announcements around July 19th.
The chatter also suggests that we can expect some big announcements around July 19th. While the specifics of these announcements are not yet clear, the timing is critical. July marks the culmination of several important developments, and the announcements are likely to provide clarity on the country's economic strategy and future direction. Speculation abounds regarding what these announcements might entail. They could include details on the revaluation process, updates on the implementation of the Hydrocarbon Law, or new agreements with international partners. Whatever the specifics, these announcements will be eagerly anticipated by those who have a vested interest in Iraq's economic future.
The settlement of the Hydrocarbon Law.
Another crucial development expected in July is the settlement of the Hydrocarbon Law. The HCL is a pivotal piece of legislation that governs the distribution of oil revenues in Iraq. Given that oil is the country's most significant natural resource, the fair and transparent distribution of these revenues is essential for economic stability and growth. The settlement of the HCL will likely address long-standing issues related to revenue sharing between the central government and the Kurdistan regional government. A resolution to these issues will not only promote political stability but also enhance investor confidence. It will signal to the world that Iraq is committed to creating a fair and predictable business environment, which is a prerequisite for attracting foreign investment and achieving sustainable economic growth.
Strategic discussions with the U.S. State Department and military.
In addition to domestic developments, Iraq is currently engaged in strategic discussions with the U.S. State Department and military. These discussions are focused on setting up the withdrawal of U.S. forces, a move that has significant implications for Iraq's sovereignty and security. The planned withdrawal will not mean a complete exit of U.S. presence in Iraq. Instead, the U.S. will maintain bases in the country but will not participate in policing operations. This shift in the role of U.S. forces is seen as a necessary step towards Iraq reinstating its currency. A sovereign and secure Iraq, free from foreign military intervention, will have greater autonomy over its economic policies and decisions. The discussions with the U.S. are likely to cover a range of issues, including security arrangements, economic cooperation, and support for Iraq's reconstruction efforts. The outcomes of these discussions will be closely watched, as they will shape the future of U.S.-Iraq relations and have a direct impact on Iraq's economic trajectory.
The broader implications.
The developments in Iraq are not happening in isolation. They are part of a broader trend of economic and political transformation in the region. As Iraq moves towards revaluing its currency, it is also positioning itself as a key player in the Middle East. The successful implementation of the lower denominations, the settlement of the HCL, and the strategic realignment with the US will enhance Iraq's standing in the region and on the global stage.
For investors and observers, these developments offer a mix of opportunities and risks.
The revaluation of the dinar could unlock significant economic potential, but it also comes with challenges. The transition to a new currency regime will require careful management to avoid inflationary pressures and ensure financial stability. Additionally, the political landscape in Iraq remains complex, and achieving lasting stability will require ongoing efforts to address underlying issues. The chatter from Iraq is indeed promising, with several critical developments expected to unfold in the coming weeks. The activation and distribution of lower denominations of the dinar, the anticipated big announcements around July 19, the settlement of the Hydrocarbon Law, and the strategic discussions with the US State Department and military all point towards a transformative period for the country.
These developments are not only important for Iraq but also for the broader region and the global economy.
As Iraq moves towards revaluing its currency, it will set a precedent for other countries in similar situations. The successful revaluation of the dinar will demonstrate the power of effective economic management and international cooperation in achieving sustainable growth and stability. For now, all eyes are on Iraq, waiting to see how these plans will unfold and what the future holds for this resilient and resource-rich nation. At the end of this, I'd like to ask my viewers to stay positive and patient, as patience is crucial for success.
Please consider subscribing to my channel and supporting me.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you.